Today, we're going to meet the two characters that are basically running the show inside your head, and getting an intuition for how they work is the key to understanding, well, how you think. Let's kick things off with a little puzzle.
Okay, take a look at this question on the screen. Just read it. An answer probably popped right into your head, almost instantly. Go ahead and hold on to that answer.
So, did you think 10 cents? If you did, you are in very good company. It's what most people say. It feels right, it's intuitive, and it's totally wrong. The correct answer is actually 5 cents. Think about it. If the ball is 5 cents, the bat is $1 more, which is $1.05. And together, that's your $1.10.
Now hey, don't worry if you got it wrong. That simple little error is actually incredibly revealing. It shows us a powerful, automatic part of your mind just doing its thing. And understanding that part of your mind, that's the whole game.
So, let's frame this whole thing as a kind of psychodrama with two main characters. Psychologists have a name for them, System 1 and System 2.
All right, so System 1 is sort of the impulsive hero of our story. It operates automatically, super fast, with pretty much zero effort. It's where your gut feelings, your intuitions, all that stuff comes from. Then you have System 2. This is the conscious, reasoning you that you identify with. It's the one that does the hard mental work. But, and this is crucial, it's also kind of lazy. It's more than happy to just let System 1 take the wheel.
Let's really get to know System 1. You can just think of it as your brain's autopilot. It handles almost everything you do, from understanding what I'm saying right now to jumping out of the way of a moving car, all without you even having to think about it.
Okay, just look at these two words. I know, they're weird. But in the last second or so, a whole lot of stuff just happened in your mind. You didn't just read two random words. You had a whole cascade of thoughts and feelings.
You probably pictured yellow fruit and maybe had a flash of an unpleasant memory. Your System 1, this amazing associative machine, instantly connected these words. It created a little story of cause and effect. And you didn't decide to do it, and you couldn't have stopped it if you tried. That's System 1 in action. And this automatic system? Oh, it runs deep. How deep? Well, in one famous study, college students were just asked to read words related to being old. That's it. The result? Afterwards, without even realizing it, they physically walked more slowly down a hallway. The idea of old age actually primed a physical behavior. That's your System 1, subtly pulling the strings.
Okay, so now let's meet the other character. System 2 is the pilot, not the autopilot. It's the one that gets called into the cockpit when things get tricky, when System 1 runs into something it can't handle.
Take a look at this. Now, unless you're some kind of math genius, you can't just know the answer. You have to work for it. You can probably feel your mind gearing up, right? Your attention is focusing. Maybe your pupils are even dilating.
That feeling, that sense of mental effort, that's the feeling of your System 2 being mobilized. That's the part of you that does multiplication, that carefully weighs options, that uses self-control. It's hard work, and your brain will avoid it whenever it can.
But this intense focus, it comes with a cost. A really surprising one, as shown by one of the most famous experiments in psychology. Imagine you're told to watch a short video of people passing basketballs. Your only job? Count the passes made by the team in the white shirts. It's a task that totally absorbs your System 2.
So you're counting, you're focused, and right in the middle of the game, a person in a full-on gorilla suit just strolls into the frame, thumps their chest, and walks right off.
So here's the kicker. About half of the people who do this task never see the gorilla at all. They are so focused on the job they gave their System 2 that they become literally blind to something that should be impossible to miss.
So this partnership between the fast, intuitive System 1 and the slow, kind of lazy System 2 works most of the time. But the way they hand things off to each other also leads to these predictable, systematic mistakes in how we judge things, what we call cognitive biases.
Let's try another one. I want you to meet Linda. Just take a second to read this description. As you're reading, your System 1 is already busy building a rich, coherent story about who this person is.
Okay, now look at these two options. Which one seems more probable, more likely to be true? Just go with your gut instinct here.
If you're like most people, you chose option 2. It just feels right. It fits the story of Linda that your System 1 instantly created. But here's the thing. It's logically impossible. Just think about it for a second. The group of feminist bank tellers is a tiny part inside the much larger group of all bank tellers. So option 1 has to be more probable. But it rarely feels that way, does it?
This little mistake is a perfect example of what's called the representativeness heuristic. Your System 1 judges what's probable based on how well Linda represents your stereotype of a feminist. It's a much better story, and that compelling story just steamrolls the lazy System 2's understanding of basic logic.
So, okay, why does any of this matter? Because getting this intuition for the internal drama between this impulsive hero and its lazy controller gives you the tools to actually improve your own thinking in the real world.
Really, the key is learning to recognize those situations where your intuition is likely to lead you astray, when your gut just screams a fast, easy, confident answer to a really complex problem. That's your alarm bell. That's the moment to tell yourself to slow down, to wake up your lazy System 2, and ask some harder questions. Like, is this story a little too neat? What am I not seeing?
Look, we rely on System 1 for almost everything, and we literally couldn't function without it. But it's our System 2 that has the unique power to question, to doubt, to analyze, and ultimately to choose. So the goal isn't to shut System 1 down, it's to know when it's running the show. Now that you have an intuition for these two characters in your mind, the real question is, who are you going to let have the final say?